Hello, my name is Anuja Barge. I am along with my group members Snehal Dere and Vaishnavi Bhagwat. Today, we are here to give our project presentation, that is potato disease classification using CNN, that is convolutional neural network, which was under guidance of Sarwar Babu sir. These are our points throughout the PPT, which includes abstract, introduction, problem statement, objective, software requirements, dataset, algorithm used, flowchart, methodology, advantages, results, and conclusion. So first is abstract. Potatoes are well-known vegetable to all of us. Potato cultivation has been very popular in India from the last few decades. But potato production is being hampered due to diseases like early blight and late blight, which are increasing the cost of production. The aim here is to build the automated and rapid disease detection process to increase potato production and digitize the system. Our main goal is to diagnose potato disease using leaf pictures that we are going to do through CNN algorithm. Now introduction. Potatoes are well known all over the world and also an important basic food in many countries around the world. Potatoes are also called the root of all vegetables. The demand is growing across the world day by day, and it is also required to export as much as our region can. So the main aspect is increasingly producing potatoes. But the fact is that in the last few years the export and produce is decreasing because of some serious disease of potato leaf like early blight and late blight, etc. The farmers also have to suffer due to this reason. Early blight symptoms can be seen as small black lesions mostly, and late blight symptoms can be seen blistered. To distinguish these disorders from potato leaves, CNN algorithm will be used, and this will be very beneficial for farmers. Three various types of processed images are accessible. They are early blight, healthy, and late blight. The overall number of photos is isolated into two sections, one for training and other for testing. Approximately 75% of photographs are in the training portion and the remaining will be used in testing section. So our main problem statement is to classify the given potato leaf image as healthy, late blight, or early blight. It is a multi-class classification problem. Behind the scene, we are using convolutional neural network, which is a deep learning approach to diagnose plant leaf disease. So I would like to hand over the next presentation to Snehal. Thank you.
Thank you, Anuja. Objectives. Our aim is to build an automated and rapid diseases detection process to increase potato production and digitize the system. Second goal is to diagnose potato diseases using leaf picture that we are going to do through CNN algorithm. Next slide. Software requirement. Software that are used in our project are PyCharm, Jupyter, Anaconda, Windows 10 and Python 3.10. Next slide. Dataset. The dataset used in this project are the picture of potato leaf. The dataset was taken from Kaggle website under the name Plant Village Dataset. Potato leaf divided into three categories: healthy leaves, early blight and late blight. The amount of data used in 1150 images. In that dataset, 150 images are healthy leaf, 500 images are late blight and 500 images are early blight. Next slide. Algorithm use. In this project, we use CNN algorithm. CNN is a supervised learning method where identification of image by training existing dataset and targeting images variable. CNN architecture consists of input, hidden and fully connected layer. The hidden layer are convolution, ReLU and pooling layer, which are stacked to from a single network. The convolution layer in a CNN helps neural network to recognize the potato leaves based on the attribute that they have. Neural network uses pixel in the picture to recognize the images of potato leaves. Next slide. CNN architecture. In this diagram, there are three types of layer that make up the CNN, which are the convolution layer, pooling layer, and fully connected layer. When these layers are stacked, a CNN architecture will be performed. Convolution layer. This layer is the first layer that is used to extract the various features from the input images. In this layer, the mathematical operation of convolution is performed between the input images and a filter of a particular size. Convolution layer in a CNN pass the result to the next layer once apply the convolution operation in the input. Second, pooling layer. A convolution layer is followed by a pooling layer. The primary aim of this layer is to decrease the size of convoluted feature map to reduce the computational cost. Pooling layer usually serve as a bridge between the convolution layer and a fully connected layer. Third, fully connected layer. These layers are usually placed before the output layer and from a last few layer or a CNN architecture. In this stage, the classification process begins to take place. Activation function. One of the most important parameters of a CNN model is the activation function. There are several commonly used activation functions such as ReLU, softmax, sigmoid function. Each of these functions have a specific uses. ReLU, rectified linear activation function, is a non-linear function. It is the most commonly used activation function in neural networks, especially in CNN. Further slide will be explained by Vaishnavi.
Thank you, Snehal. Necessary libraries. For this project, we use some libraries. So first one is a matplotlib library, which is used to create 2D graphs and plot by using Python script. Second library we use is NumPy. NumPy is a Python library used for working with arrays. Third one is TensorFlow. It is a foundation library that can be used to create deep learning models. Then fourth one is a Keras. Keras is a deep learning API written in Python running on the top of the machine learning platform TensorFlow. And the last one is scikit-learn. It is a library in Python that provides many unsupervised and supervised learning algorithms. Next slide. So here is a flowchart. In flowchart, first step is create a dataset for experimentation. So the dataset used in this project are the pictures of potato leaf divided into 3 categories, which categories are healthy leaves, the early blight leaves, and late blight. So we taken this dataset from Kaggle website. The name of that dataset is Plant Village. Then second step it is we train and test the network with default parameters. After that, based on accuracy and loss, we calculate its performance. So in this we predict that prediction is based on high accuracy. If highest accuracy and less error achieved, then prediction is done, and if not, then we fine tune the model by varying iteration and dropout parameters and again calculate the performance. So next slide. These are some advantages. So first one is automatic detection of plant disease is essential as it may prove benefits in monitoring large fields of crops and thus automatically detect the symptoms of disease as soon as they appear on plant leaves. This system can work as a universal detector. It recognizes general abnormalities of leaves such as scorching or mold, etc. It can be implemented to increase crop productivity by ensuring the quality and quantity of the food product. It can recognize a plant disease which provide clues to identify and treat the disease in early stages. Next slide. Conclusion. In this project, with the help of deep learning techniques and convolution neural network classification based approach is proposed to detect the late blight, early blight, and healthy leaf images of potato plant. We found that CNN is the best way to perform this type of classification object. This model gains 91.41% of validation accuracy. We think this type of project will play a vital role in our agriculture sector because most of the farmers of the villages in India are not literate and they don't know about the disease properly. We think that this work can change the situation of the potato grower in India. The experiments have been carried out on healthy and diseased leaf images to perform classification. It is concluded that the proposed method effectively recognizes three different types of potato leaf diseases.
So this was our final project. Thank you.